Hey guys, Sonyx here. I hope you're currently having an amazing day. Today we're going to be going over a Ballistic guide for Apex Legends. Ballistic is an assault legend, meaning he has special access to weapon supply bins that can give him high special loot for him and his team. He can also carry additional ammo per stack, meaning sniper ammo is at 42, heavy is at 80, shotguns at 30, energy's at 72, and light ammo is at 96. Now this is huge because that means that you can basically carry more ammo. Let's just say we're running light. You can carry much more ammo per stack, and you have a space for an extra battery, or if you have like a larger backpack, you can carry more nades. Like it frees up your backpack because you don't have to carry as much ammo per stack compared to everyone else. Now Ballistic's passive is called Sling, and this basically means he can carry 3 weapons. So you have your primary, let's grab an R3, Spitfire secondary, and then if you press triangle, if you're on PlayStation, you can grab a 3rd weapon like that. You see that on the bottom right? And then so essentially you can have 3 guns. If you press your down button, you can now have your slinged weapon out. Now, the thing about having a sling weapon is you won't have attachments for it. See? You won't have any attachments for it at all. So it's essentially kind of like a storage spot. So if you want to hold this for your teammate, let's say you're respawning them, or you know they don't have a weapon at all, you can use this. Or let's just say like, oh, let me know if you know you're looting and your friend says, let me know if you found a PK. Oh, okay, let me go take it to you. Okay, and then bam, you have it right here. You drop it for them. There you go. So it can be used in that way. Or you can use it as a way to kind of carry a 3rd weapon. So in case you are in a fight, then technically you really, you know, imagine you're fighting, you run out of ammo for that weapon, you go here, you swap to your 3rd weapon, and then bam. So it's really cool. But the thing about it is that you do have to carry 3 different ammo types. Or if you want, you could carry 3. You know, you could carry a weapon that supports your 3rd weapon. Like let's say if you want to run all light, you can. If you want to run a heavy, then run a different heavy, so that way your 3rd weapon will always have ammunition. So your 3rd weapon actually comes with level 1 attachments. So as soon as you pick up a weapon for your sling, for example, like let's say an EVA, you already have a 1x scope on there. So you don't have to really worry about, you know, running, you know, with iron sights, because you're always going to have a sight whenever you pick up a weapon for your sling. Like for example, you pick up the wingman, you automatically already get, you know, the 1x. You don't need like the perfect iron sight pay to win skin to use the wingman. Now, what are some great combos that a lot of people ask? You see, you want to carry a weapon, like I said, with the ammo type, but shotguns aren't a bad choice, because with shotguns, you don't have to carry as much ammo, and they don't really require that many attachments to be really good. Like shotguns by themselves are already good without anything on them. All you really need is a bolt on there. So shotguns are a great choice for if you want to carry a 3rd weapon in your sling. Now, a lot of people would think carrying a sniper rifle in your sling is a great idea. And sure, maybe there are cases where you want to carry a sniper rifle because, you know, look, you get a 2x on there already. So it's not a bad idea to carry a sniper rifle if you do want to have a little bit of range. It's not a bad idea at all. The only drawback about this is that you do have to carry a separate ammo stack. If you really want to have 3 weapons like that and you want to have a ranged character, I would recommend playing Vantage instead, because Vantage has a sniper rifle on her ultimate already, and this you don't have to carry ammo, and it's much better. Look at this, an 8x scope on there, 3 to 8x. So and it marks them. So and then this is basically a Kraber, and it basically refills ammo for her ultimate. So it's if you do want to run like that 3 option with a sniper, go with Vantage instead. But if you want to carry different types of guns, not just sniper rifles, go with Ballistic, because Ballistic can carry any 3rd weapon, not just sniper rifles. Now, I know in most videos I normally talk about the tactical next, but in this scenario I really want to talk about the ultimate because it's directly related to Ballistic's passive. Now, Ballistic's ultimate is called Tempest, and when activated, this gives you 4 different things. You basically get unlimited ammo. Look at the bottom right. So you have unlimited ammunition, and then you have faster speed when you have your weapon out. So basically you don't really need to holster. So you're basically running at the same speed when you're holstered. You get much faster reload. See that? It's like the perk from Call of Duty where you basically get super quick reloads in zombies. And last but not least, his sling weapon becomes legendary. Yeah, everything in your sling upgrades to gold. So this becomes a golden weapon where you basically have a really strong sling weapon. Now this is great because your whole team is actually affected by this. If they're within a 90-meter radius from you, they're affected by it. So they can reload much faster. Their move speed is much quicker when they have their weapon out. Their ammo, when they reload, much quicker. They don't take the effect of the golden weapon. Only you do for your slinged weapon. That's it. So Ballistic is really, really, really awesome in this case. Now it does take a few seconds for it to activate, so I would recommend, before you get into a fight, and if you know you're about to get pushed, activate it right there because you're vulnerable if you activate it right in front of the person. It does. You do have 30 seconds for it to until it runs out. But if you kill an enemy, you gain an extra 5 seconds. It doesn't show here in the firing range, but if you in game, you get an extra 5 seconds per enemy that you kill. As you can tell here, it's also awesome to have weapons that have a hop up. When you use your ultimate, you automatically get the hop up. Here you get hammer points. I mean, how awesome is that? So if you really want to maximize ultimate, here's your list. EVA 8 for your sling, your RE45, your rampage is really, really good. Let me show you exactly why that is. You don't even really need to carry ammo. See how it's flashing red? Don't carry ammo because watch this. Pop it. It's now charged and revved up. And remember, this weapon, this rampage, can break doors, guys. So look at this. You're playing, you're fighting someone here. Bam. He broke that door. That guy's dead. This has one of the fastest time to kill weapons once it's charged up. I mean, it's insane, and basically has no recoil at all. This is one of the most strongest weapons in the game. So definitely maximize your potential and put these 3 weapons in your sling. Now, if you're watching this in a later season where the Havoc isn't in the care package, the Havoc is another great option since it has turbocharger on it. Now, the last weapon you can have in your sling is the Devotion, actually, because the Devotion has a really slow spin-up time. So once you have it in an ultimate form, it also reloads for you too, so you can use it like that way. You get the turbocharger effect much faster. So it essentially becomes like the care package turbocharged Devo from the care package last season, just having it in your sling. Now you can't really have the Havoc or any of these weapons here because the Havoc technically has a turbocharger previously. So if it's in a later season, it does come out of the care package, throw the Havoc on there because it's just as good as the Devo. But you can't have any legendary weapon like these in your sling. It'll say only base weapon and sling, so you can tell you can only have any of these normal weapons in there. But those are your 4 really great choices. Devotion, Rampage, you want to run the RE45, and you want to run the EVA 8 if you really want to maximize his ultimate potential. Now, Ballistic's tactical is called Whistler, and this is basically a projectile that heats up enemies' guns so that way they start to overheat. You can actually use this to kind of lock on enemies. It can go pretty far. And as you can tell, as soon as it hits the enemy, there's a little thing, temperature, and it'll show the more that they fire, the more that they can overheat. Let me show you guys an example. Let's do this guy right here. So he's going to overheat. And then watch what happens. He also gets 30 damage once he overheats as well, and he can't shoot his weapon for a second. So when you hit somebody with his tactical, you do initially 20 damage on them, and once they overheat, they do takes another 30 damage off of them. Watch this. And it also makes sure that they can't shoot for a second. So this essentially is a really, really strong tactical. Tough. Oh my gosh, they can get on zips now. What? Season 23 is crazy. They can get on the zips now? What? Oh my gosh. Oh my... Guys, season 23 is scary. They can jump off zips. Okay, I need to get out of here. Now let's say you do hit someone, but they don't fire. They basically have to not shoot their weapon in order for them to remove this effect. It takes about 8 seconds for them to remove. So basically, they have 2 choices. They can either shoot, take 30 damage and not be able to shoot for a second, or basically be left not being able to shoot their weapon for 8 seconds. So you are at a huge advantage to capitalize on that and make sure you push the enemy. And because essentially, when in this situation, you're always going to be able to win your 1v1s. In fact, it can even save your life in certain situations. Let's say you're, you know, in a situation where, you know, you're not aiming all that well. You hit your tactical. That little time can buy you so much, where you can eliminate the enemy. You can pop a heal.
Landed near me.
I'm hoping he gets in that. Yes. Perfect. In fact, since this is like kind of an offhand kind of thing like this, you can actually heal while using it. Look at that. Not bad, right? Or if you really want to be cool, you can even use your sling together while you use your weapon like that. It kind of also gets people a sense of, you know, like a false sense of security. Let's say you do hit somebody, like let's say there's someone in this door, right? And you hit somebody through this door and they get hit by it. They're going to back up. They're going to find a spot. They're going to start healing because they're not going to think you're going to chase. They're just going to start healing. And all of a sudden you're over here and then they're still, you know, they're healing and they're still trying to get cooled down, because a lot of people, you know, they try to back up to try to reset. But they're not going to expect you to push if you don't do any damage. So use, you know, psychology as an advantage in this case.
Our foes felt the sting of my smart bullets.
Now, I don't know about you, but if once I get hit with one of these attacks, I panic. A lot more of my shots aren't hitting because I'm worried when I'm gonna overheat. I know I'm gonna get damaged. My screen does that shake. You know, I have to wait for that 1 second in order for me to get my weapon out. It kind of just makes people panic more. So it also, you know, affects the psychology in that manner. So sure, it is like a tactical that does actual damage, but more of it is more about the psychology behind, you know, it's kind of scares people. They don't want to take that 1v1 with you because they know that they're going to lose. They need to back up. They need to create a situation that's unfavorable for them. So it makes you much more of an aggressive legend when you take up 1v1s or even 1v2s. Even 1v3s, this helps you split up fights. You know, let's just say that you do have to take a fight where you have to fight multiple people. You could hit this guy first while he chases and then fight this guy by himself. Once he's done, this guy's he's still, you know, he's still activated, you know, and then so it helps you kind of split up your 1v1s. Or let's just say that there are 2 people chasing you at a given time, or even 3, it doesn't matter. Let's say you're getting chased and multiple people are chasing you. You could hit this, it splits them up right in front of you because that one person won't be able to really do much, and then you could have your 1v1 with this guy right next to him, and then once he's knocked, go for that second guy. Pretty similar to the way, you know, Trappers legends work, like Caustic, Watson, or even Catalyst, even Horizon, where you throw a tactical down at a door. You can use this to kind of block, you know, area denial. So let's say you have a window right here and a door. Bam, you pop that at the ground, it creates this bubble vortex, see? And that person will not want to walk in because they can still get affected by it, even if you don't hit the body. Anything that gets past that, you know, circular little bubble thing will get affected by it. So if you're an enemy and you walk through this, you will get you know, kind of like tethered, like similar to like Ash's snare, but you can still walk, but this time you can't shoot, you know. So it's even worse. Now Ballistic's tactical is really cool because you really don't have to be accurate with it. You just have to kind of aim, and as soon as it kind of pops at yellow, it does the work for you. You know, it kind of it actually tracks the opponent. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So let's say your opponent is actually moving live. Oh my gosh, it's actually going to be able to still hit him, because as soon as you get the tracking effect like this, it tracks the opponent, so it will always follow them until it hits the target. So it's really, really cool. So you don't really have to be accurate as long as you're aiming in the general vicinity and it already kind of shows that you're tracking that person. Oh, bam, you're good to go. Immediate knock is important right away.
Ring's not close, old chap, but even you can get there. Smart bullet deploy. Smart bullet.
Perfect use of that. That little tracking is important. Like, that literally got me tiny little extra damage, which I needed to secure that kill. Now Ballistic has some awesome upgrades. At level 2 you have lasting bullet, which basically triples the tactical whistler. So when you have this equipped, you basically have a much longer tactical usage here. So that person's going to be stuck there 3 times as long as if they're not going to shoot their weapon. They're going to be stuck there. Or if they do need to shoot their weapon, oh my goodness. Or if they do use their weapon, bam, they're toast, because now they're stunned. They're 30 damage is done to them. You can fry them much faster, right? Or if you want, if you are trying to do area denial, for example, oh my goodness, there you go. You block that spot. Originally, it was, remember, 8 seconds. Now you triple that time, basically half a minute, or just a little under that. And you basically blocked off that angle for a long time. You could push this if you want. Flank. Look, it's still there. So it's not a bad thing to have this, because increasing that lifetime is huge in winning your 1v1s and even your 1v2s or 3s. Now the next upgrade is sling weapon levels upgrade with each upgrade selection, meaning that if you choose a level 2 upgrade, you're going to get a blue attachments in your sling weapon. Now you choose a level 3 upgrade, it doesn't matter which one, you're going to get purple attachments. Let me show you exactly what this looks like. So let's say we grab an Eva. We like the Eva today, don't we? And then let's say you upgrade to level 2, blue. You still have a common weapon until you choose an upgrade. Let's just say we do have to choose this. And you see how my weapon now has blue attachments on it? Now let's say we upgrade to a purple attachment. Let's just choose a random one. Now I have purple attachments on when choosing a level 3 upgrade. So this one's not bad, because it makes it where you can have like 3 really powerful weapons in your inventory without having to sacrifice like, oh, which one am I going to use for my sling, because it's not really going to have that many attachments. Now with this option, you have 3 powerful weapons if you want to use them. And having this ability, you can swap any weapon you want and it gets the attachments. Like, look, I have the 4 to 8 on this now. You see that? If I choose like the wingman, bam, I have it stays purple. If I want to choose a flatline, this is going to have a scope on it now. See that? So if you want to choose a marksman rifle, this has a 2 to 4. So it's not bad. You don't have to stick with the same sling weapon. You could choose any other weapon, but having this ability makes it where any weapon you choose from your sling is going to turn purple. In fact, if you want, you can even swap weapons like this with your sling. You see that? And how you see how my R3 is now purple? It's not bad, right? So the amount of versatility you can use with this upgrade is insane. At level 3, you can have extra bullet, which basically means you have 2 tacticals that you could use. I mean, this one is really great, guys. There's really no going around about it. You have 2 tacticals. I mean, look at this. There you go. 1v3 easy. It literally is one of the strongest perks that you could choose. If you're not choosing this upgrade, it basically makes no sense, because this is like one of the strongest abilities. You could split up your fights. Let's say you're fighting 2 people. Now both of them are basically in a tough spot, and you could win your 1v2s, even your 1v3s. Like, this makes it so much easier to fight people in bigger groups. Now imagine you have that paired up with lasting bullet. Oh my goodness, guys. If you want to hit 2 people, they're going to be sitting there for 24 seconds long. But if you want to play a building, oh, you're the next controller legend, guys. Look at this. You block that angle, you block this angle, that sits there for a good while, and you're just sitting here, and you have so much room to play with. You basically become a controller legend like this. I mean, look how powerful this is. This combination at level 2 lasting bullet and at level 3 extra bullet, oh my goodness, your tactical is really strong. So I would definitely recommend, if you love using his tactical, go for these 2 on the left hand side for your skill tree. Okay, now the other level 3 upgrade is Speedy Whistler, meaning you get short speed boost on successful Whistler hits. So similar to the way Bangalore, when she gets shot at, she can get like the speed boost effect. Same thing here. Whenever you shoot somebody, you get that little speed boost animation, and that helps a lot. I don't think it's as valuable as getting 2 Whistlers, but this is not a bad one either, because with this one, every successful hit that you have can get you that little speed boost, which could mean the difference between you winning that fight or not. Like that, see, you're a little bit faster. It doesn't last for all that long, so I would definitely recommend still going for extra bullet here if you get the chance. This is the much stronger level 3 option in my opinion. As you can tell, Ballistic is a really solid legend for Apex, because he's an aggressive legend. All he does is maximize the damage capacity that you can do against opponents, and it helps your team become a really strong cohesive unit where you can shred people with essentially any weapon that you want to choose. I hope you did enjoy this guide. If you did, please consider sharing it with your friends, liking, subscribing, and even commenting down below. If there's any other specific legends that you want to watch or any types of guides that you want to see, comment that down below and I'd be happily willing to try to make that video for you. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and please never forget to take care.